welcome to today's podcast. We have here the champions to be, in quotes.
FA Cup break. Talk of how the Premier League has gone to a break, but something interesting has happened. Since the last time Arsenal got beat by Manchester United. A lot has happened.
Hey, guys, Arsenal fans, we are in trouble. Hata sijui nianzie wapi, man.
I think una over panic.
No, it's not panic. No, it's not panic. Now, this is how I look at things. One, it's about the performance. What is the level of performance? Are we creating chances? Are we doing enough? Or are we just winning games by a small margin, by the scruff of the neck, by kuhema na vitu hizo? Now, for our last 6 games, I think the only game I can even the Sunderland game was not very easy. We had some very I think the Leeds game was the only game where things were not that bad. The Sunderland game, we at least created chances. It was not that bad, but at least we were creating chances. And we were a bit decent. But apart from those 2 games, basically the only games that Havertz has placed a significant minutes, the rest of the games, the Manus, the whatever, I feel we've been... Since Manchester United did what they did, hey man, tumekuwa tukishinda tu bahati, madakika, manini, mi sielewi.
By the way, how many chances have you created from open play in the last 10 matches?
In the last 10, mi sijui, tunaweza kwa bottom half of the league, honestly. Because, trust you me, example, let's look at game ya jana. Eze was non-existent.
Is Eze the problem?
No, listen. Eze was non-existent. Gyökeres for majority of the game was very non-existent. Here is where I have a problem. Why doesn't Arteta play Eze on the left? The only reason I can come up with, since the Aston Villa game where Cash ran behind him and Eze was not conscious, that was when Arteta decided he's not going to play him there because of his defensive awareness. But my problem is this. Sometimes you have to overlook that because of the potential of what this guy brings to the table. This guy is a guy who can do things for us. This is a guy who can be creative better on the left. We saw what he did for Palace. We see what he can do. We see the goals he scores, how well he is able to run with the ball from the left. All we have to do is give him the ball in the left, let him take more touches, and then have an overlapping fullback. Raisi. No, let's go back to Gyökeres, the second thing. No, now here is where I have a problem. Gyökeres, almost all of the goals he has scored when he's not a starter. He's scoring when he comes in as a substitute. And that is where I have a problem. Wait, I finish my point. Let me finish my point. I have no problem, even if my problem is this. Arteta, why does he keep on insisting on playing him significant amounts of minutes? Example, game ya jana, the moment we went 1-0 up, Arsenal were just shit playing the ball, or every time not trying even to play out from the back. I get why you might not want to risk it, you're away, but come on. But anyway, mbona una play out on top, and then Gyökeres can't even hold the ball, and you have Jesus on the bench, one of the best strikers at holding the ball.
Maybe Arteta wants Gyökeres to score from a corner. Yeah.
Maybe
he wants.
Man, that is such.
The way. I think the reason why Gyökeres was bought was specifically so that you guys can have an additional center forward, right? Which you guys said you didn't have. You wanted a Haaland, right?
But now, he's not a Haaland.
But now
you don't know how to play.
You need to play to his strength.
No, let's bring it down a notch. Sawa. Look at Haaland. How many times is he given a through ball and he just comes to life? Good example, the Liverpool game. It was not even a through pass. Chucky was scoring. Haaland just came to life. Haaland just woke up. But no. No, that is my problem. What strengths can we play to? If we pass him the ball, he can't get anywhere near the ball. He can't bully.
True.
Nah.
I think I think you guys are too cautious. You should be doing some more creative.
Too much side is
Okay, that part of cautiousness, I agree.
You should be more vertical.
On the cautiousness, I agree. Yesterday, how many chances for a counter did we have that players were not taking? We had certain chances where I think, I don't know if it was Eze or somebody, where he had a chance to play a risky forward pass, and if he did play it, it was going to be like a 2v2 or something. But instead, he opted to pass the ball back. And it was not the only time. So many times such things are happening. And here is the fact that irritates me. I think Arteta has made them think and believe if you can't win a game, then don't lose it. Which makes them say, because we'll rather not lose it, so we don't force any pass, because even if you're not going to win, let's not lose it. Which it's a bullshit offer. No, I cannot blame Martinelli. They also lost their chances.
So Arsenal, when they play mostly on a low block, right?
Against a low block.
Against on a low block.
Yes.
Right? And Gyökeres is a traditional centre forward.
He's a person who wants space, not necessarily traditional, but yeah.
Yeah, so that means most of the time the box would be crowded, right?
Yes.
Which means if you look very closely, like there was an analogy, and I would compare to maybe... do you know the reason why, say, somebody like Delap that cannot play with Chelsea as much as he is able to play as compared to Pedro? It's the same problem you have with Jesus and Gyökeres. Because I think modern play has has evolved. So there was an explanation given by Joe Hall. He was saying, if you check Haaland, the reason why he scores more is because Haaland concentrates to make more runs between the fullback and the centre back, not between the two centre backs.
Now,
Gyökeres.
Sawa. Now let's go back. I agree, and that is a very good point. Now here comes the question. Why not play Martinelli? Martinelli has shown on several occasions he's a very instinctual and a very good centre forward. Look at the goal. Look at the goal against Man City. Look at the goals he scored against Liverpool.
He cannot play with two strikers.
And that is a part I feel that is where I also feel he's too rigid. He does not alternate between. Example, another, and I'm not saying because Arteta is a brilliant manager, because he has shown he has the ability to do it. The problem is, he's not doing it. Look at it. Arsenal, there was a time we had so many rotations. Xhaka, Zinchenko, Jesus, everybody was dropping. Somebody was occupying that space where the person was coming from and whatnot. Now look at it. Trossard comes in, nobody moves to that wing. It's just like everybody is where they're supposed to be and nobody is rotating.
For Arteta to play with two strikers, he needs Skelly and Timber as the fullbacks, so that they can play up wide.
And Lewis Skelly can't play wide. Lewis Skelly can't play wide. But what I will actually in Carpenter anaweza hold with. What I will say is this. For example, look at the way Man City played with Semenyo and Haaland. Just make sure. Yes, he starts on the left, but he comes there. So you have it's not like ni front two, bado kona number 10. But Haaland na kifika saa zile mna play out, they don't have to take so many touches, they all have to rotate. Mmoja anaweza drop, mwingine atry ku run in behind, mmoja anaweza kama atry kupasio mwingine and what not. It's not about lazima ball iende kwa wing, Martinelli atry kuchenge irudi huku sijui nini, like God damn it. No, it's not about that. It's about the coach. The coach has to. No, that. And the problem is these things. Jana, kuna chance ingine ilikuwa inanirritate the fact that there was a point yenye ilikuwa Madueke ako na ball. Timber Madueke on the wing, Timber, I think sijui nani mwingine alikuwa amedrop, and then kulikuwa na space hapo. And then hao watu wote watatu wako hapo wanangojea kupasiana ball. Na kuna space pale. I'm like, Madueke nani SS ukimbia hapo kwa space, like literally kuna space, you just occupy that space, like it's a space, like hata mimi naona kuna space, like mbona ukae hapa na umemakiwa na msee, you just run where the space is, let them come. Like the only person mwenye alikuwa atry ku run, hata si nimesahau ni nani, but kuna msee alirun, but alirun hapo hivyo na si kwa space, yeye alikuwa atry ku run in behind. I'm like, you occupy the space. It's the space. When in football, space matters a lot. The space you occupy determines a lot, because if you occupy a certain space, a space opens up somewhere else. If you don't do that, there will be no space. Sasa si tuko tu kwa system tu, lazima nisimame hapa nipasiwe hapa. Odegaard alikuja akaweza kucheza nini, but
now that's number 3.
You speak of a creative spark. Eze doesn't do it. You bring in Odegaard, still fails to deliver. And you saw Ethan Waneri.
So here this is what I think.
Let me write the last one because nimekumbuka sahi. Yesterday, because we are recording this podcast on Friday and we played on Thursday. So let me say, yesterday Saka came in. Why wasn't he given the ball? He literally didn't receive any pass. Why wasn't Saka given the ball? He's the most creative player in that lineup. He was the most creative player in that lineup. It's not that he was given the ball and he lost it. He was literally not being given the ball. He was not hiding. You cannot say he was hiding.
You can't wait for the ball. You can't wait for the ball.
It's not about waiting. Alikuwa na drop na pewi.
If I pass the ball to you, it intercepted poteza.
Yeah. You see.
No, I refuse that analogy.
Like, okay, so here's the thing. Oftentimes we ask, why don't you give them the ball? But again, you realize that the people who are surrounding Saka are more of defense minded. So they would ideally, Saka has to drop deep to look for the ball if he has to, or he has to force his way into the game.
And here is where again I come back to Arteta. Arteta is the manager, and here is where I have a problem. It's not that it's something that is so foreign to him. It's something that he has done before. It's something that has been happening. He needs to find a way for your most creative player, for your most important player to get the ball. If you can't do that consistently, if you continue playing a system where everybody knows we just have to deny Saka the ball and you're not changing, like, try something. Maybe occupy different positions. Remove Timber, bring White, tell White stay wide. Saka come inside. Now let the fullback try to defend Saka when he's a bit inside. Like, change something.
Have you considered that maybe your creative or attacking players are going through a mental
again,
because every day you have to find a solution.
And you are
becomes start every day kila saa kuvunja lob
alafu
every time you try that create inabako na sema man sasa hii lob you try creative kidogo umeconcede from that missed creative chance. I think it's playing the effect that now your creative players are now deciding to become more secure with their passes rather than try and a KDB, a Ranchaki pass, a Bruno pass.
Yeah.
Wonder what Bruno and Dogu did to you.
Yes.
Odegaard cannot play that way anymore. He used to be, but so is that facing low block mentally draining you and now?
Is it them being drained or is it just the manager being more cautious, telling them be more cautious?
The players being drained.
Could it also mean Arsenal don't put enough creative players on the pitch?
Thank you.
Because
they don't have enough
players who are
I will even take this point even more.
Because like now Arteta, fine, he might be wanting to open up the game, but if he can't substitute maybe one defensive player with one creative, that becomes a challenge. Because now
he does like for like.
He does that, but only when we are losing. He doesn't do it when we are drawing. He doesn't take extra chances.
Look what Carrick did when he was drained to Arsenal.
Yeah, because again, it's
Dogu off, Cunha in. What happens? 3-2. Take it to the bank.
But again, maybe Arsenal don't have as well enough creative midfielders who can substitute.
Actually, come to think of it, apart from Eze, Saka and maybe Odegaard, who else is creative in our team?
There's no one.
We are out of our squad over 20-something people. Out of our squad, because even Madueke, he's kinda not just. He's not creative. He's kinda.
He's
in the league, but in the league,
just uses pure pace, nothing more.
I am Stalin.
Quickly, the only people who are good creatively is Eze, who is now even not playing that creatively because he's lacks confidence. Odegaard, but he just lacks that touch. Saka, he's just his injuries and whatever. I don't know what's happening to him. He's struggling. Alafu, no, apart from that, I feel the low block. Saka, where every time na face watu watatu wanakam kukumitu kitaka ball. So inabidi urudishe, lakini sio kurudisha. But I'm like, no, you have to find a way. You have to find a way. And here is where I come back to the manager. Mr. Arteta, I am talking to you. I don't know if you'll find this video. I hope you do. I hope you do. I'll address you and I'll address you this. Arteta, we are number one. And we are not number one by luck. We are number one because you coached a team to be that position. But you and I know that the performances have not been to the level that we need them to be. They have not been at the level that is needed for Arsenal Football Club. We cannot blame anyone else. We have to find solutions. And Mr. Arteta, you are the one who has to find solutions. Look at the way you used to play. How many rotations we used to have. Yes, you can say personnel. Yes, you can say. What I will say to you is, be more brave. Be more brave. I know you can be. I know you can be. Be more brave. We can lose the title, but let us not lose the title because we decided to be too cautious, to be too safe. No. Let's lose. But let's try to win the game 5-4, even if we lose 4-3, or draw 4-4. But let's go and score goals. Let's play. Believe in your defenders. You have Saliba, you have Gabriel, you have Raya. 3 of the best players in those positions in the league currently. Believe in your players. You have a squad. You have a squad. You have a full squad. You have White. You have Miles Lewis Skelly. You have Gabriel Jesus. You have Martinelli. Make use of your full squad. Mr. Arteta, make use of your full squad. Why isn't White getting more chances? I get it. You tried changing things against Manchester United. It didn't work. No, just because it didn't work the first time doesn't mean you should stop doing it. Look at the performances. Give the players courage. Let them play. Mr. Arteta, let them play. We can do this. I know you know that. I know you can coach these players to do that. Let's do this, Mr. Arteta. We want to win everything and we know we can, but only if you decide to let us win. You know.
I think you're panicking.
Nah, I'm just saying it's not panic.
But anyway, I agree with you in many ways. What I can say is I feel like every time when I was watching the game yesterday, Arsenal playing Brentford, I could see that Brentford were not fearing Arsenal. And do you know why? Because there is no one in the Arsenal squad who looked like they could kill the game. All the players look like they are at the same level.
I agree. Right? Okay, so not on the same level,
but literally there is no one who like
we didn't give them a fear factor.
Yes, and again, no one needs to be doubled up at Arsenal at the moment. Like most of the players are basically
one-on-one everywhere.
Everyone. So if so that's the problem with Arsenal. We need.
I agree.
We need. You remember these times of Wenger when you guys were playing a very beautiful football, and there was Ozil and there was Cazolas and whatever. You know, we need
Aaron Ramsey
and now
rigid players.
And now
enda kucheza left wing katika game.
Anaweza ni Arteta Jai mwambia aenda. Ile game ya Man U alipelekwa left wing.
Like abako ndo maana achezeshwe.
Yeah, he can. He started his career playing left wing.
Wewe unaona katikati ya game doku second half yote anamaliza right wing.
Arteta ndio hapa na blame manager. I cannot blame anyone else. Yes, why isn't it fluid? It's the manager. It's the manager, and it's because the reason I'm angry is because we have shown ability to do it, but we are not currently doing it.
Okay.